Hello everybody, Vibes of a Wildlife here. Welcome to another video where we dive into the heart, humor, and unexpected life lessons from the animal kingdom. Let's talk about democracy. You probably picture humans, ballots, debates, and let's be honest, a whole lot of chaos. But what if I told you we're not the only ones holding elections? That some animals have been running their own voting systems long before we ever dreamed up campaign speeches and political scandals. Yep, democracy isn't just a human thing. Out in the wild, decisions still have to be made. Where to go, when to hunt, who gets the best spot to sleep. And trust me, not every animal is down to just follow the biggest, baddest leader. Some, they vote. With sneezes, with stares, with, let's call it organized chaos. So today, we're taking a front row seat to the wildest elections on Earth, where the candidates don't give speeches, but the votes still count. From African wild dogs with their sneeze ballots to elephants running the most matriarchal council you've ever seen. These animals prove that democracy comes in all shapes, sizes, and species. And hey, before we start, let's settle something the democratic way. If you think more people should hear about this, cast your vote by hitting like. If you want to be part of this wild council, subscribe. And if you know someone who'd love this, share it. Consider it a group decision. All right, let's get to it. All right, let's talk about the wildest election process in the animal kingdom. One that involves sneezing. Yeah, you heard that right. Forget speeches, debates, or aggressive power plays. African wild dogs settle their decisions with a good old-fashioned achoo. Here's how it works. When it's time to decide whether the pack should head out for a hunt, they don't just charge off. They have a little huddle, and instead of raising paws or nodding heads, they sneeze. And it's not just a coincidence, it's an actual vote. The more sneezes, the higher the chance that the pack moves. If the vote flops, they just stay put. Now, not all sneezes are created equal. If a high-ranking wild dog lets out a sneeze, the group doesn't need as many others to back them up. But if a lower-ranking dog starts the process, they need more pack members to chime in with their own sneezes before anyone takes them seriously. Classic politics. Some votes carry more weight than others. Scientists figured this out by watching dozens of these decision-making sessions. And honestly, it makes you wonder, what else are animals doing behind our backs? Holding secret town hall meetings? Negotiating peace treaties over watering holes? Meanwhile, humans are still trying to agree on where to order takeout. Just imagine if we ran human elections like this. Political debates replaced with sneezing contests? Sorry, sir. You'll need at least 10 sneezes to be considered for office. No attack ads, no campaign drama. Just a bunch of people fake sneezing their way to victory? Honestly, might be an improvement. But for wild dogs, it works. It's fast, it's fair, well, mostly, and it keeps the pack moving as a unit. So next time you sneeze, just remember, you might be unknowingly casting your vote. Next up, meerkats. Tiny, twitchy, always on high alert. You'd think they run purely on chaos and caffeine, but when it comes to big decisions, they actually follow a structured system. Who knew? See, life in the desert isn't just about digging and sunbathing, it's about survival. And when it's time to move to a new foraging spot or decide if it's safe to pop out of their burrows, they don't just wing it. The elders, those seasoned, been there, done that meerkats, step up. They don't throw their weight around. They communicate through specific calls and body language, dropping their expert opinions for the rest to consider. And here's the kicker. It's not about dominance. The biggest or bossiest meerkat doesn't get the final say. The group listens, weighs the options, and if enough of the experienced members agree, they act. If not, they wait. It's a true council of wisdom, not a dictatorship. Basically, meerkats have mastered what most human boardrooms struggle with: experience over ego. No loudmouth trying to hijack the meeting. No unnecessary PowerPoints. Just quick, efficient teamwork. Sand, sun, and survival strategy. Simple, effective, and way less dramatic than human politics. All right, let's talk about African buffalo. These massive horned tanks of the savannah look like they'd be all about brute force leadership. You'd think the biggest, baddest buffalo would just stomp their hooves, snort a little, and everyone would fall in line. But nope, buffalo don't do dictatorships. They vote. And they do it with the most low-key, drama-free system you've ever seen. Here's how it works. When it's time to decide where to go next, the females stand up, stare in the direction they want to move, and then sit back down. No pushing, no shouting, no chest-thumping displays of dominance. Just a silent, unspoken ballad of body language. And once enough votes are cast, the herd moves in the winning direction. Simple, efficient, no recounts needed. And the best part? It's not just the high-ranking females who get a say. Even lower-status buffalo can throw in their vote. Unlike some human systems, where, let's be honest, Not every voice actually gets heard. Buffalo democracy is refreshingly fair. Doesn't matter if you're the alpha or just another face in the herd. If your choice gets enough support, the whole group follows. No bribery, no endless debates, no filibusters clogging up progress. Just a bunch of buffalo standing, staring, and sorting it out like civilized herbivores. Honestly, compared to how some human elections go, this might be the most functional democracy on the planet. Elephants don't do tyrants. They don't have some overgrown bull stomping around demanding loyalty just because he's big. No, the real power lies with the matriarch. But here's the thing. She's not some power-hungry dictator barking orders. She leads with experience, not ego. And when a big decision comes up, like where to find water or when to move, she doesn't just make a call and expect the herd to fall in line. She listens. The older females, her sisters, aunts, maybe even her mom if she's still around, literally voice their opinions. Deep rumbles, body shifts, ear movements, it's all part of the discussion. If enough of them agree, the herd follows. If not, they wait, they debate, they figure it out. It's democracy in its purest form, without the nonsense of ego-driven leaders throwing tantrums when they don't get their way. And let's be real, this is probably how most human societies should work. A council of wise, no-nonsense women calling the shots, making sure the group thrives, and shutting down bad decisions before they cause chaos. No scandals, no pointless power struggles, just smart, experienced decision-making for the good of the herd. But don't mistake this system for soft leadership. Matriarchs aren't just taking suggestions like some kind of customer service rep. If danger is near, she takes charge. If the young ones are at risk, she steps in. She's respected because she's proven herself, not because she's the loudest in the room. That's the difference between real leadership and just demanding control. And the best part? When the time comes, leadership isn't grabbed, it's passed down. The next matriarch isn't some random upstart trying to win votes. She's the one who's watched, learned, and earned the respect of the herd. No smear campaigns, no empty promises, just experience, wisdom, and the ability to keep everyone safe. Now that's leadership. Capuchin monkeys don't just live in a society, they negotiate it. These little powerhouses don't take orders from one bossy leader. Instead, they keep a close eye on each other and make decisions as a group. Where to eat, who to follow. It's all about consensus. If a couple of Capuchins start heading in a direction, the others don't just blindly follow. They weigh their options, like tiny fur-covered political analysts, and choose the path that benefits the group the most. But here's where it gets even better. Capuchins aren't just democratic, they have a strong sense of justice. In the wild, if one monkey hogs too much food, or tries to cheat the system, the others won't stay quiet. They'll protest, sometimes with loud screeches, sometimes with a full-blown tantrum. And if a greedy monkey keeps ignoring the group's unwritten rules, they risk getting shunned. No grooming, no backup in fights, and definitely no invitations to the best foraging spots. These little primates don't tolerate freeloaders or unfair deals. If you want to stay in good standing, you play fair. And this isn't just about food. Capuchins will team up to chase off bullies and even punish those who break social rules. Try to take more than your share? The group remembers. Act like a selfish little tyrant? Good luck getting any favors when you need help. It's survival of the fairest. So while humans are still arguing over wage gaps and fairness, Capuchins already have it figured out. Equal pay, fair treatment, and standing up to injustice? Maybe we should take a few notes from them. So whether it's sneezing, standing in a voting stance, or letting the elders call the shots, these animals prove that decision-making isn't just a human thing. And honestly, some of them might do it better. No endless debates, no shady deals, and definitely no campaign ads clogging up the place. Just simple, effective leadership. If the group doesn't like the direction, they literally walk away. Imagine if we had that option. So next time someone says democracy is a purely human invention, hit them with the truth. African wild dogs are out here sneeze voting. Buffalo are casting their stand-up ballots. Capuchins are enforcing fairness like tiny jungle politicians. And elephants are running wisdom-based councils like seasoned pros. The wild has its own version of democracy, and it's been working just fine. No lobbyists required. Now let's put this to a vote. If you enjoyed this, like the video. If you want more wild insights, subscribe and join the crew. And if you know someone who'd love this, share it. Consider it part of the group decision-making process. Drop a comment below. If you could be part of any animal democracy, which one are you joining? With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time, may your leaders be wise, your votes count, and your sneezes always get the respect they deserve.